So I'm Chris. The CIP Project saved my life, and that might sound a bit dramatic, but those are the facts. I came to CIP in 2023 at a point where my life was probably at its lowest. I was heavily into drugs and alcohol. I was completely distant from my wife. I've got 4 grown-up children. I didn't see any of them grow up. But thankfully with CIP and the Bursary Project, that really helped me in a time that I needed it to. 2.5 years clean, sober, present at home, in a loving family. My daughter, who is also here with me, is probably my best friend right now. I was shown that I could live a life without drink and drugs, with connection, with attachment. First and foremost, as a man, it has taught me a lot of things that I should have been taught growing up. How to show up as a man, as a husband, as a father. All things that I had a really skewed perspective of. But CIP has shown me just a different way of living, different way of showing up, how to actually have integrity and to be proud of myself instead of ashamed of who I was. People need this. In my experience, the people that need it haven't got money. Every time I come, I can literally see where the money's gone, being spent here on the land, on facilities. I see people turn up who are broken, and I see them leave with the biggest smiles on their faces. And each time they come back, you can just see that they've just levelled up in life, levelled up in life, levelled up in life.
I'm Sarah, and before CIP, I was just a perpetual people pleaser. Felt like my main role in life was to make sure that everyone around me was happy. Always just put myself to the bottom of the pile. Just all felt a bit flat. You know, there was a moment that I thought there must be more than this. So I found CIP actually for my partner at the time. That was what drew me in. He was struggling with addiction, and I thought that it would be a good place for him to be, and quickly realised that I could find the connection that I was looking for me. You know, my reality is I'm a single mum. I haven't got the income to be able to afford a full place for myself on every workshop. That was just my reality. So to have a place part funded was really, really important for me. I don't feel like I have to be hidden anymore. I don't feel guilty for taking up space. And feeling at home here has, I think, allowed me to feel more at home just in me, just within me. You know, being able to now facilitate for the project just feels like a real honour to be of service. All the facilitators, the whole team, show up with such purpose and such intent to really deliver this work in a healthy way that it is going to impact people much wider than just this project. I have never regretted a single moment that I've spent here. You know, even when it's been really, really hard, it has allowed me such freedom in my life.
Hi, my name's Sarah Kenny. I came from a broken home. My brother died of a drug overdose. A lot of my siblings are in and out of addiction, and it's been a tough life. There's been a lot of neglect, emotional abuse and sexual abuse. I came to CIP thinking that I were helping my niece because she was struggling with addiction, so I thought if I brought her here it would help her. But then when I came, I realised that it was actually me that needed a lot of help. I didn't have a voice, I just did everything for everyone else, never thinking about myself. I found my voice here and it's been life-changing. Going through the CIP scheme was amazing, emotional, beautiful, hard. I feel totally supported. I've been through a divorce while I've been in CIP, I've been through my brother's death. Just helped me all the way along. It's like I've built a family here, a community. I've met so many different people who've gone through this scheme, and they say if it wasn't for CIP they might not be here today. In CIP we do 4 main weekends that work through the 4 archetypes, which are the lover, the warrior, the magician and the king or queen. And in each workshop you work on a different side of yourself and really recognise yourself and where you've come from and what work you've done and what work you've got to do. You can see the change in people, you can see how it's really helping them. It's just completely changed my life.
My name's Nick. Before I joined CIP, I'd done quite a bit of work on myself. I was about 9 or 10 years sober, but I'd reached a bit of a plateau. And struggling with grief, I was quite unhappy and angry about losing some people close to me, breakdowns of relationships, and contemplating some pretty dark stuff. It was kind of by luck, actually, or destiny, or whatever. But a friend of mine was coming, And the person that he was meant to go with dropped out, they weren't. And he said last minute, do I want to come along? And I was like, yeah, all right then. And I wouldn't have been able to afford it full price. And my life's changed since. That was over 2 years ago, and I haven't missed an event since. I spent a lot of my life feeling apart from and like I don't belong. And I really feel like I'm made of this stuff. Yeah, it's transformed my relationship with everything. All the people who really need it can't afford it. I do a lot of volunteering in prisons. This is what they need, man, connection. They need to be able to look at the stuff they've been running from. So creating a space safe enough for them to be able to bring themselves and just be seen and accepted to work through some of this stuff that's blocking them from having healthy relationships on the outside. And then anything's possible. This is like nothing else. There's nothing else that's like this. That's all I can say.
If this type of work is only available to those who can afford to pay for it, I believe that we're just creating a much bigger problem further down the line, a problem where the bottom gets even lower. We can't rely on government to come and change things. Them days are over. It's going to be down to people like us, the hard-working, honest, good people who want to bring about change, who want to save lives. You can make that difference. And instead of just seeing the money go off into the abyss of the charity realm, this is the one organisation where you can actually see the difference in people's lives. You can actually see the lights coming back on in someone's eyes. That's the impact you can have by sponsoring our bursary scheme.